Yo, morning guys, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is a psychiatric self-therapeutic multimedia project and blah blah blah. I'm gonna do a solve 9.0 override, system override 9.0. If you like introduction, again, just skip to the previous live stream. You can find it on YouTube, Twitch, whatever, Facebook. It's all over there, and it will have the introduction, the breakdown as to what we're doing here, in some sense. Alright, diving into the stuff, we have just some phase 2 remaining items left, hence why the series title is along the lines of like some play on words about between Moonlight Sonata and Morning Swamp, and we're kind of just interplaying the words and interchanging the words there, so we'll get to that in a second. But the main highlight of this particular live stream is basically the rest of the room here, the rest of the room here, the room here, the room everywhere, all the food, and well, the room is already covered, but it's like the residual matter, as it like named in the previous live stream, some remaining stuff, a lot of remaining stuff I gotta get through physical items before we can get to the important stuff in life. So let's start off with phase 2, and then we'll get into phase 3. Phase 3 is the most engaging, active part of the stream. We'll be moving around the room. This is phase 2, the digital items, so segment 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's start off with, you can see here, food, gifts. Once again, I received from my colleague yesterday, who is like she's just like a biological mother. She's like my figurative mother to me. And then we have all this stuff here, the food having to do with business products. In the top left-hand corner, we have these audio recordings of me trying to just vent some emotions and rants and thoughts, mostly thoughts. So philosophy at the very top, and then at the very bottom we have this kind of like food and money in 2 bags that I gave away to my business partner, who's been an amazing individual. So let's get rid of that, and let's just dive into it. So let's start off with this kind of stuff here. Stoic reflections. Once again, not my shit, not my stuff, copyright notice. Go to Instagram, check out Stoic reflections, great page, one of the few I follow. Philosophy is the figurative father of mine, so it is unrealistic to expect people to see you as you see yourself. By Epictetus, couldn't agree more. Although, you could interpret this in many different ways, but however you want to interpret it, the way I'm seeing it is, the way you perceive yourself is very different from how other people perceive you, and you can't always align this, and, you don't have very much control over that. The point is, don't stress over something you can't control, which is other people's perception of you. Long story short, don't let people's opinions so deeply influence your own decisions about yourself. And your own opinions about yourself. Not to say you should completely disregard other people, but you get the idea, right? Don't be too obsessed with other people and their thoughts about you. Moving on. Okay, some documents I was just finishing scanning yesterday, and I have to upload onto the computer later on today. So this mood and relaxation, new products, pure rest from Uzana Health Science. This was in Chinese. That's all right. It was the previous live stream. I showed some photographs here of this kind of the products that we received, and this bag in which that booklet was inside. So that's the kind of stuff we had to cover. I also want to mention that there's some recordings since then, just 1 or 2 recordings which actually I had deleted. I had a lot more to do with these 2 recordings had more to do with venting my thoughts, venting emotions, and that's about it. That's all there is to it. Get rid of these 2. These are from the laptop. There's just photography that I missed, so there's 2 granola bars and a banana. Believe it, all 3 items from my class 4 item. I forgot to cover this in any detail in the previous live stream as well, as I'm doing it now. ML, like I said, amazing person, and she always tries to listen to me and try to help me through a difficult time, and I appreciate that very much. So we have this banana that's kind of browning a little bit. We have a dark chocolate, sweet and salty, as well as an almond granola bar. So 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3 of these bars here, and here's another one. So this is great, good stuff. I just want to say that show some thankfulness and gratitude for the people that colored my life. Thanks to ML, she's a great person, she really is. Moving on, we have some more photography. So this is the stuff I gave over to my business partner yesterday, and you have these the money, $115, as well as the eggplant and apples. Apples are courtesy of my biological guardians, so my domestic predecessors. They went to a trip to camp out, not camp, but to go pick some fruits and vegetables from a local farm. I'm just trying to get my voice back in track. The CPTSD is coming to me again. The whole threatening behavior and everything. Fight or flight survival mode. Gotta turn it off. Alright, so Royal Gala apples, eggplant, we have $115, as well as some green apples from my colleague workplace, which I'm passing over to my business partner. So that's that. I forgot to tell her to wash it, but I think she already knows that. And then of course there's that white slip of paper there that I said is used to put the money in. All right, so that's great. So whoa, getting some interruptions here. Notifications. All right, that's great. So 1, 2, 3, get rid of them. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show the before images of maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. This is what it looked like. It was a big fucking mess. It's disgusting. And this is region B1. There was luggage bag and groceries, which if we take a look on the side right here, we have some groceries down here, right? So that's kind of location right now. We'll get luggage bag. We also want to cover the bed a little bit here. So if I click to the bed, you can see over here, here's a bed with some stuff, but this is previous week stuff. Region D3, no, D1 over there, the very backdrop, it's still over there, and right there. Okay, so that's that, and it's been moved around a little bit, shifted around a little bit, quite a bit. Let's come up. And the last thing here, region A788, obviously the tabletop here, so we're going to back up. We're going to stand up now, it's time to get up. Okay, so this is the kind of stuff we have. Let's get into phase 3 action, alright? A lot of stuff to cover. So where do we get started? Let's start off with business products since we, let's clear region G here. So we have these invoices, 1, 2, 3, 4 invoices from my clients as well as myself. One of these is going to stop and discontinued. One of them with my predecessors, with my domestic gardens, because it's about time. My business partner said, you already got the platinum program already, so it's great now. And very thankful, very appreciative for my biological father. Big shout out to him for pitching in that sense. And then now I'm just gonna, now he doesn't have to make those. Right now I'm transferring him money, and then he would be part of it. But then it's like, we don't need to do that anymore. And now he can have that extra credit limit that he's supposed to always have. And I'm really glad to have that, to say that. Now we also have this stuff down here. So that's the invoices scanned. See the booklets here. The Chinese and the English version. So both of these paperwork and booklets turn to the side here, region A788 at the very back. Stash it down there somewhere. Alright, so that's what we're going to do with this. Over here, we're going to cover the business products, so we got to be quick. We have about 8 minutes. So all these plastic bags. In these plastic bags, we have sanitation equipment. We have products as well as stuff like that. So good for your health, all that kind of stuff. We have some soap bottles and so on and so forth. All this kind of jazz. So we're gonna pass this over to once again to my domestic gardens. We have like three of these bottles here. This syringe. This will be discontinued. Some of these things, like I said, one of the clients is gonna stop. And then I have my own products here that I'm gonna take to keep my health up to track. Biomega, this is the Essentials Pack, Pro Glucamune, Glucosa, and all that kind of stuff. So all the bottles here that have to do nutrition, are stashed up there in region C1, C4, right? C1, C4, the closet top. And then the sanitation stuff, I'm going to give it over to my guardians, so I'm going to leave some here or something like that, I'm not exactly sure. And last but not least, the bags, the plastic bags, as well as this paper bag. I'm going to fold a paper bag, the plastic bags, bag within a bag, within a bag. I'm going to stash it most likely up there in the top region, C1, C2 somewhere. Or I'm going to make use of it around in this region, so I'll leave it in region D somewhere here, the newly allocated region D. Speaking of region D, so region D, let's get down to track. There's some stuff I started to throw away, is that garbage stuff right there. We also have this kind of, it's been 2 weeks now, so I have to throw this away. It's like roti, garbage. Still have to throw away this canister recyclable material here. Gotta give this magazine to my brother. This apple I gotta wash, so I'm gonna keep this apple. My colleague at the workplace says she wanted to know what it tasted like, if it was okay or sour or whatever, and I said I didn't try it yet, and so I'm gonna keep one here. I gave most of these to my business partner KW, amazing person. But then that's that. So I'm gonna keep one here. I'm gonna eat it, wash it, and eat it. And then I could get rid of all this, all this plastic wrap. I can remove it, and then I'll figure a thing to do with it. Maybe I'll put garbage here. Maybe I'll put something here. Maybe I'll move it somewhere else. Same thing with all this stuff here, the paperwork, like I said, the shoebox, everything. We'll move it over to the side to over region D, where it's supposed to be. Shift this to the back and then swing the bed around. So there's region G to the back, region E to the back. Okay, region G along the side. Okay, groceries now. We got like 5 minutes. I'm gonna go down here. Hope the contrast gets better. We have some food here. So like Surati, Indian foods. I gotta stop this stuff. Overall, I'm gonna start eating a lot healthier now. these two 1-2 chocolate muruku, as well as like some food there. Have some Wendy's from the previous. We also have bananas. A banana here, right? So banana that I purchased from Metro supermarket. I bought about 7-11 items maybe. So it's like banana here as well with the food, with the kind of their Metro green produce bags. Inside there's also another bag of stuff here I want to showcase. There's two bags actually. One already tossed away when I went to work. But we have this soft cake, Xion Bakery honey sponge cake, as well as a Fuserna vanilla bottle here. So the cake and the vanilla bottle of meal replacement is from my client at a long-term care seniors home. I'm gonna eat this banana later today, so I'm gonna have to leave it out here maybe. So this is stuff class 4 in nature, the cake and the Fuserna. Class 1 in nature is the banana, as well as these kind of Indian snack foods. Another bag of Indian snack foods, just like potato, spiced potato stuff. Another one here, it's like 2 of these spicy banana waffles. Basically stuff I purchased myself again for dinner at the workplace. Here's another one. Okay, so this one's like all in one versus spicy potato sticks, stuff like that. So it's not very healthy. Long story short, I'm gonna move all this stuff here and the bag. Either these bags probably can go up here, right? Put up here or something like that. Not exactly sure. Most likely, I'm gonna move this entire bag over to region D4 at the very back, something like that. Okay. When I'm done with this live stream. We have the Wendy's here. This is all garbage. I gotta throw this away. It was like a junior bacon cheeseburger or whatever. I gotta toss this away. It's trash. So trash, I'll just leave it there on the floor, like I said. Toss it away. So all these bags need to come out. The luggage bag, I need to put it over there in region D1 here probably. And then the luggage bag will be free. I can go out and get more groceries, hopefully healthier stuff like food and more bananas really. We also have 2 canisters here of this kind of like breadcrumbs, stuff like that. One is original flavor, the other one is Italian style flavor. I just want to try it out, but they have a lot of sodium, so I gotta be careful about that. That being said, I think that's about everything that's inside this bag, more or less. If there's anything that I missed, I'm going to say this is solve 10 or override. I'm going to skip that completely. Alright, to the table. We got about 2.5 minutes here. Wrap this up here. Okay. We have these Usana Health supplement stuff that I finished. We also have all these paper napkins, paper tissues. I would take over there, rip one off on the mask for the mask over there, and wear underneath the mask. And then one I would put here between me and my ear and the earphone. And so that's the reason why I have these things here. It's to collect any sort of like earwax, oil, it's disgusting kind of stuff. So it's all trash, it's all garbage. We all have this dark chocolate bar, and it's a paper napkin and stuff like that. There's all stuff that needs to go away into trash. So what I'm going to do is just going to move this all to the side here. I say it's all garbage. Place it on the laptop for now. It's not a good idea, but you know, I don't have space. Speaking of which, all these Q-tips here also trash. We also cut up the felt tabs down here for the chair, so we have some of that residual stuff here. Again, all trash. Here's garbage. We have the tag for the chair. Probably gonna save that. Not really sure. If I do, I'll save it into like one of the luggage bags over there. Hardware. We have the receipts here. Receipts 1, 2, 3, or 5 receipts. All these receipts here. The transfer to the time I spent with my cousins. So the transfer, as well as the restaurant receipts and stuff like that. So I'll move this stuff here over to region A7, A5, A6, something like that over here. Then we have all this kind of stuff here having to do with kind of the COVID screening sheets from our workplace. So I'm going to return it. I'm going to toss it away. It's like garbage because I'm not going to reuse it. And then we have the Wendy's bottle here. Wendy's spicy chicken flavor. This is just garbage, recyclables. I finished it. It was basically one of these grocery items here. I'll leave it here because that'll be recycled. Last but not least, anything that's left here, we have like everything's been sorted out last 30 seconds. Alright, so we have all the drop leg, elastic straps, the fan, the wallet, the tape measure, the clips that I'm going to use, all this, the USBs that I'm going to use to give away to my colleagues so far, including the stuff here in the backdrop, the light remotes, as well as the sample products and all this security cams. I installed the security cams on the walls from here. But then the rest of this stuff here will be moved over to region E1, E3 right here, that box, and then we can end this live stream. So we got lots stuff to get to. That's the end of this Moonlight Sonata. I'll see you in the next live stream.